Hello everyone, welcome back to MineWreckers. And today we have plans to expand something. At first I was thinking we were going to do some farms, but I kind of want to do, well, like a food farm and get that really rolling for us. But the other part of me really wants to do a mob farm and start collecting some of those drops. So this is our main door here. The next module is going to go up in the angle, and we're gonna put it to the right. And so I just gotta figure out how big it's gonna be. The only thing I lack is resources, which, quite a bit really. So how much wood do I have? Not a whole lot. So I feel like a lot of this is gonna have to be some resource gathering. So you know what? Let me go ahead. Whatever I'm gonna use a lot of, I think it's time I do some quick sorting, and then I can figure out what I have and where I can go from there. Now, I wish I had, the fortune enchantment, and part of me just kind of wants to leave this here. But, once I really have the fortune enchantment, I'm just going to have, I feel at that time, the good picks, like the beacon and everything, where I can just clear all of this. The heck is this? This is a bone? Oh, is this a... Wait, that's not right. What the heck? This is only supposed to be happening in a desert. And we are in... So we're back in the swamp. I didn't think these were supposed to spawn here. But, so you gotta think about it, right? These are these skeletons. And it's awesome that you can find them. But what did they come from? I got over a stack of bones? Holy cow, that was like the best thing ever. Oh! Oh, it looks so cool. Ah, yes. The perfect number of trees. I'll be making so much once these grow. Oh, and also, do you want to see something girthy? Or as the kids call it these days, thick? Because I am 75% sure, that majority of this entire chunk tree is grown. So, I feel like that'll be something kind of neat to see how much we get from that. Cut some trees! Once again, episode 2, who's tired of cutting trees? Not me, I get to do it all the time. Alright, so as you can see, I have made a good chunk of wood back. Though my birch sapling return wasn't the best. I had over, 120 saplings, and I got just maybe half back. Granted, not every single tree grew, but if that's the normal rate, then you can see how much, then you can see how much birch saplings I had to cut down in the first place to get that many, which is... So I leave my house to get stuff, and the dude's just chilling in here, like... How did you get in there? Why are you in there? Good thing I held on to some torches, because that's some nonsense. How the heck did he even spawn in here? For how much light there is? Where did he come from? Perfect. Look how many blocks I had to make that work perfectly. Just enough honeycomb. So you can see by our glorious double L's that are... Ooh, look, horses. You can see our nice mountain section over there. Our next pod is going to start here and go up around like this. Be a little bit deeper and up. It's going to go up pretty high. So this pod was kind of built a little what's the term, prototype-ish, so it's not going to be the final look, but I do like that it's kind of there, so it acts as, you know, its own little center as the base. So I think we're going to start building this, and then we're going to run out of resources, and then we're going to go gather more resources, and then we're going to build it up again. Here comes the time lapse. All right, so as you can see, we have finished construction of our next pod. Kind of. We've got it built up, and you might be wondering, well, first off, don't you think it looks absolutely beautiful? I'd just like to point out, a quick disclaimer, I built it with the blocks I had, not the blocks that I like. But it looks fine enough, it does the job. You know, it stores our stuff. Looks a little different than this one down here, but I think that's okay. So, I'd like to think that our design for these are gonna stay pretty similar, but, you know, granted, not all these are gonna have this specific choice of glass surroundings. But the reason why I have it like this is because it makes me think the most of, well, this is gonna be a section for our wheat farm at the moment. Pretty much all our farm being food. So, figured a lot of sunlight, that'd be better. I thought about doing just all glass around, but I like the that break I feel of that cobble there is kind of needed. Or, you know, a lot of you can disagree, and that's okay. So, the next part for me to do is break down my little access ladder here, and then I have to work on my walkway, which will connect the pod down there all the way up to here. And how do I know how I'm going to do that? What thing am I going to build? Well, so here's the thing. This is as much a surprise for me as it is for you, because I have no idea. But we're going to try something. We're going to try and arc it up, and we're going to see how it goes. Famous words for this entire thing. We're going to see how it goes, and if it works, and if not, we don't talk about it. Okay, welcome back to my brand new bridge. You can see it is magnificent. It loops or curves. You can see it curves up here and it curves right down to our next thing. Isn't it cool? I even got it where it bends, so it's gonna be a little bit of a this diagonal design looking, and it's perfect. It's just what I wanted. I can get from my new top pod all the way down to the starter pod. Isn't it? It is perfect in every sense of the word. I work from the materials that I have, not the materials that I want, but I think dirt's kind of cutting it a little on the you need to fix this end. So we are going to be replacing it, but I needed to do an outline. I started with just the one row, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's just do all four, because I wanted to have it 4 wide just for the sake of convenience. I have a curve all the way up to this one here. And I think this does the nicest curve. It's going to be really difficult because, you know, the stairs are kind of jutting at different locations, and that's definitely going to be something that I have never done before. Which, once again, if it's not something I've done, wouldn't I want to use better looking blocks to hide it? And I would. But that's, you know, not kind of what I'm doing. So the thought is we're going to try it out, and it's probably really just going to help me in the long run. All right, we are all set with our farming pod for right now. We've got, as you can see, our wheat is starting to grow. We've got some waterlogged slabs there. And then we've got, coming up here, we've got our secondary plot, which should be more than enough for us, really. It's all pretty much manual right now. I don't really know much about automatic for wheat, but I am looking forward to doing automatic sugarcane. So most likely the next thing that's going to be coming our way is going to be yet a pillager, but most likely it's going to be another pod. Well, it's going to be another pod. What that's going to entail may be sugarcane, or it might be something completely different. We might try and get our villagers rolling next episode, but we do have enough obsidian to go to the nether. So with that in mind, our options have just expanded greatly. So we'll see what we can do. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.